Hello, my name is Ashton. I'm going to be talking today about the Dell EMC mid-range portfolio. So the way we break down our mid-range portfolio is first we identified some industry trends in the IT environment. So first trend we identified is that data is growing exponentially. In the past 2 years, data has seen 90% of the data being created ever has been made. Now, we have also seen service level agreements being grown exponentially at the same time. And all while this is happening, IT budget and resources have been flatlining or decreasing. So, the next trend we have seen is that 70% of IT managers' time has been spent just keeping the lights on. Now, the other 30% of the time has been spent innovating. Here at Dell EMC, we want to flip this on its head, and we want the 30% to be spent just keeping the lights on, while 70% is spent innovating. All right, so the way we do this is through our mid-range portfolio, and the way we define our mid-range portfolio is through 4 buckets which are meant to help you. First one is dynamic. We know that your company is constantly changing and your storage needs to work with you. So being dynamic is crucial for us. Next is efficient. So like I said, IT resources are declining. So with the resources we do have, we need to be as efficient as possible. Next is simple. The IT landscape has been getting more and more complicated over the years. So what we want to do is make the portfolio simple for you IT managers and make it work with you. And then lastly, we need you to trust not only your portfolio, but we need to trust you need to trust us here at Dell EMC. So the first way we do this is in dynamic. And the first thing we do to make your portfolio dynamic is the way it's deployed. Our storage arrays are built to be purpose-built for flash, but we also offer SAS and nearline SAS as well. We also leverage active-active controllers so that both lanes of the highways are open so that you can process as much data as possible. Now, you understand that storage is moving towards a cloud future. So through tiering, we offer 200 plus private and public vendors to help you move and tier to the cloud. The next way we make our portfolio dynamic through dynamic pooling. So as your company grows, you're going to need to add more storage, obviously. And with dynamic pooling, you can add more storage as your company grows with that rate. So we are working with you to add storage. Next, federation. And what federation is you can add up to 10 storage arrays and you can manage them all from one pane of glass. So it is making it easier for you as a manager, and it is growing with your company in a simple way. So next we're going to move to efficient, our next bucket. First, we use our TLC flash drives, or TLC flash. In 2008, we were the first to introduce TLC flash drives into the market. They are the densest in the market, and they can hold up to 15 terabytes of data. And then that coupled with our data services, which is dedupe, our dedupe compression, and our dedupe and compression. With our dedupe, we will eliminate redundancies in your data, and with compression, we will eliminate the white space in the data to give customers on average of a 4-to-1 reduction ratio. Now, we're also using tiering. And what tiering is so through tiering, if you say you have data that's warm and you no longer need it anymore, what we do is we can push it down to the NLSAS, which is cheaper, and you don't need to, and you can obviously keep it there and make it colder. So it's not taking up storage on your flash, so your flash can run more effectively. And at the same time, if you have stuff on your NLSAS that becomes warmer, we can push it up. And then we also use RAID, which is the most effective in the industry. We use RAID 10 to do this, to write. And RAID 10 is the most efficient way to write your data. And RAID 5 and 6 is the most efficient way to store your data. So you know that you are effectively storing and writing your data with RAID 5 and 6 and 10. Lastly, we have our future loyalty program. And what our future loyalty program is saying is, essentially, we don't want to just sell you this data. We don't want to just drop it off at your door and say, hey, look, we sold you this, just deal with it. We're going to stay with you, and we're going to make sure that that is working for you. We have a 3-year guarantee that this product is going to be working for you. And then also, if it's not working in there, we can figure out a way for us to buy it back with some stipulations. Now, moving on to simple. We have the simplest deployment in the industry, where some competitors may take up to a day or two to get your storage up and running. We know that it's crucial for you to have these systems up and running at all time. It is literally saving you dollars. So through our deployment, we can get it up and running for you, and now again working for you to save money. Next, we have our HTML5 user interface. So the way this used to work was through Java. And what was wrong with Java is it was constantly being updated. You constantly had to write new script for it. It was not an easy interface to use. So now with HTML5, we were giving the user experience a big upgrade. We were making a sleek and sexy upgrade to it so that it is easy for managers to use and simple for them to manage their storage arrays. Lastly, we have Cloud IQ. And this is very important because Cloud IQ is giving managers the ability to manage their storage arrays from anywhere. A big example of this is IT managers now can be sitting on the beach, just using their phones to manage their service arrays, and if anything goes wrong, it'll be sent to their phones, and they can just fix it there. Now with Trusted, we have Proactive Assist. And Proactive Assist, what it does is it will send you new hardware that you need before you even know you need it. So say you need some new storage systems, it'll send you it days before you even know or aware that you need it. The next way we're leveraging Trusted for you to trust us and you to trust your systems is through local and remote. We know that not having just your important data on-prem isn't enough now. We know that you need to have a backup somewhere else. So both having one local and remote is important for you. And then lastly, here at Dell EMC, we are number one in everything we do. We give customers the best experience that they can have, and we are number one in the industry in almost every single aspect. That does not change for data protection. Your data is your number 2 most important asset, next to only your employees. So having the number 1 data protection program is letting you know that you can trust us and keep your data safe with us. So now, through all this, we are flipping the 70% and the 30% on its head, so that managers are now can be seen spending 70% of their time innovating with only 30% of their time keeping the lights on. And that is how at Dell EMC we are changing storage. So now I want you to take 5 minutes and think of any questions that you have for me, and then come back to me and I'll answer them. I hate myself.